Hi everyone. Okay, so in today's video, I'm going to cover about the types of IT companies. Okay, because I seen there are a lot of people, especially of freshers, they always have some sort of confusion about how many types of IT companies are there, what type of job roles are there, what they do, altogether, what are the challenges, when they once they go, and what are the opportunities in the coming line, altogether. So that all types of queries, that may get resolved into this video. Okay, so if you see typically there are 4 types of IT companies are in the market worldwide. Okay, so if I can say the first one is a services company, second one is your product company, third one is your technology consulting companies, and the fourth one is the high-tech companies. Okay, so let me just explain what exactly this means, altogether. So if you see a typical IT services company, right? So if I can name about, and that is well known, altogether, is the IT services companies like TCS, Tata Consulting Services, right? Wipro, or you can name it as Accentures, altogether, right? So these are typically a IT services company. What they does is so they typically work onto the client's requirement. Okay, so there is a predefined scope of work for any particular project, and with this specific, customized solutions they basically deliver. And the engagement model could be anything, the time and material or fixed cost, anything. So this is the kind of, the typical nature of any IT services company. Okay, the second one I talked about, right? The product companies. Okay, so these product companies, what these companies does is this company solves a typical business problem of any industry or any kind of the verticals. Let's consider about the company like the Microsoft or Google or Oracle, altogether. So these are typically product companies. They build products for the transformation for anything, altogether. And in the lives from last 10 years, if you see the typical pattern that comes when the cloud era has started, every product is earlier the product was sold using the perpetual license with a one-time cost, but nowadays everything is a cloud-based, and offered as a service, right? Typically a SaaS-based model. SaaS means the software as a service, right? Third one is a technology consulting companies. Typically, these companies are you might have heard about the KPMG, PwC, McKinsey, Bain & Company, right? So these are typically IT consulting companies, what these specific companies does, altogether is these companies help enterprises to define a complete IT strategic roadmap for them, closely working with their CIO and their business leaders, and come up with a very prescribed architectural blueprint, for their particular implementation. So this technology consulting typically don't involve into services or implementation side, okay, because their core is consulting. They just wanted to mitigate the several risk, for that aspect. And fourth one, last but not least, is the high-tech companies, right? So these companies are basically a combination of the subject matter experts, those are from the industry, and a technology experts. It's a joint venture, or it's kind of the combination of these two skill sets, right? So you might heard about recently the concepts, right? The fintech or health tech, prop tech companies, right? So the fintech, it's a finance tech, right? Health tech is a health care and the technology, prop tech, property and technology. So typical companies if you can name about the fintech, Paytm, you might heard about, and we are using that. Cred, just for the credit card, another payment. Even the health tech companies like PharmEasy, NetMeds, that kind of companies. So these are the typical nature of any kind of thing. So I hope you must have got some idea about what exactly these IT companies are and what exactly they do, right? So in next video or in the next series, I will go talking about what type of different types of roles available into this market. Okay? I hope this video will really help you guys to get some idea about what exactly the IT companies are available in the market, and hopefully you enjoyed the video as well. Thanks a lot. Bye bye.